All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I am serving as the presiding judge on this morning. If you are in my courtroom on this morning, that means that your last name begins with the letter A. If for some reason you are in my courtroom and your last name does not begin with the letter A, or you are not a part of our specialty court docket, please hang up and call the courtroom at area code 313-965-2280 so that the court clerk can make sure we get you to the right place. On this morning, I just want to remind everyone that we are in our virtual courtroom and we are streaming live on YouTube. So please make sure that at all times you are dressed appropriately for court. That means no head rags, no do-rags, no bed clothes. I will not talk to you lying down in your bed. I won't talk to you in your bathroom. I won't talk to you any place where it's compromised. So use some good discretion and make sure that you keep your camera where I'm able to see your face. Somebody's just getting on and they didn't get the announcement. No head rags, no do-rags, none of those things while we are in court. On this morning, if you want your case heard, you must have your camera on and be in the camera where I can capture an image of your face. Otherwise, I won't be able to help you on this morning. And so please make sure you're in the courtroom and you don't have your camera on, that you turn on your camera so we can get you to the right place. With that, I am going to have the specialty court attorneys please place your appearance on the record.
Judge, I'll start first. I think Mr. Griffin is deferring to me because of age, but Robert Fikens, P31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, Judge, appearing on behalf of for all my defendants' clients today.
All right, thank you, and good morning, Mr. Fikens, and then Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Herman Griffin, P77169, on behalf of Specialty Court. Good morning to you and your court staff.
Good morning. All right, and then we also have Mr. Malafite with us this morning for our House Counsel for our traffic matters. If you could place your appearance on the record at this time.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to everyone. My name is Tim Malafite, P72339. I also am going to be helping out for those of you that do have any sort of traffic misdemeanors that need to be addressed today.
All right, very good. And then, so with that, Mr. Malafite, I do see a couple of people. If you have the ability to place your name on your device, please do so that we can get you to the right place. Mr. Malafite, we do have a couple of people, I believe, that are here on the A docket. And so I am going to place you in a breakout room with, I believe, Ms. Armstrong. And so Ms. Armstrong and Attorney Malafite, you will get an invitation to breakout room number 1. Uh-oh, I don't see your name, Mr. Malafite, Attorney Malafite. Oh, here it is, just popped up. All right. And then there is also a Mr. Askew. I believe that he may be a part of our specialty court docket. Is that correct, Mr. Griffin?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, could you repeat that last thing you just said?
Askew. Is Mr. Askew a part of our specialty court docket?
I think he's regular probation, Judge.
I think
He's regular probation. All right, then I won't send him to a breakout room. My apologies, Attorney Griffin. His name seems familiar. And so there we go.
Yeah.
I'm opening those breakout rooms. You all may accept your invitation. And seeing that I have no other defendants in the courtroom, Probation Officer O'Driscoll, I am going to call Mr. Askew's case. I have the following: Z8081611 for probation.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Askew has...
State your name for the record for me, Ms. O'Driscoll.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jennifer O'Driscoll on behalf of the Probation Department.
All right, thank you. And then Mr. Askew, let me have you place your full name on the record.
Yes, Kevin Lawrence Askew Jr.
All right, good morning to both of you.
Good
All
morning.
right, Ms. O'Driscoll, you may proceed.
All right, thank you. I submitted a motion and order for discharge this morning. Mr. Askew has complied with all conditions in terms of his probation. His drug screens have been negative. He was last seen here in court on, let's see, it was April 18th. He had that one violation for missing those couple drug screens. You had ordered him to then submit to weekly drug screens until this date today, and he has done that and he's complied. Those have all been negative. So I did submit that motion order for discharge. He has no new pending criminal charges, no new criminal justice contact or active warrants. He's complied with all conditions of probation and paid all court costs, fines, and fees in full. And the probation department is recommending that he be discharged with improvement.
All right, very good. Miss Mack, if you could make sure that he has no other matters wherein he owes the court money, that would be great. Ms. O'Driscoll, did you look at that to see if he owes us on any other outstanding matters? If not, my clerk can do it.
I did not. I can do that real quick though, too.
I did, good morning, Judge. I did look up Mr. Askew. He does not have any other pending matters at the court owing any monies to the court.
All right, wonderful. Then Mr. Askew, I'm going to grant grant the request from the probation department. Any objection from either of the attorneys?
No, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And I'm going to close out the matter. I hope the best for you, Mr. Askew. Hope you've learned something through this experience, and I hope to never see you in the court again, not for anything like this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you, Ms. O'Driscoll. You have a great day as well.
Thanks, you too. You too, Your Honor. Have a good one.
All right, very
Your Honor.
good. Yes, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, not
Thank you,
Mr.
Judge.
Reed.
I have some information about Miss Armstrong. Could I be invited back into the room that Mr. Malafite's in with Miss Armstrong?
Oh, absolutely. I will send you there, Attorney Fikens. You
Thank
should
you,
have
Judge.
that invitation.
I
All
do.
right. Attorney Griffin, it's my understanding, and can we get Ms. Mack, one of the case managers from Mental Health Court, because it's my understanding that everyone has been scheduled to come to the graduation on tomorrow.
I do see Sherry Ann Williams on the docket, Your Honor.
Sherry Ann Williams is in warrant status. She has to report to the court. I will not see her over Zoom.
Okay.
Okay. And so I need them to get somebody to get on.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, did you ask me to contact them? Either one of them? You want me to send an email to them now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll
Ms.
contact.
Williams, you have to report down to the courtroom. I won't be able to do your case over Zoom. Okay?
Why not?
Because I said
Hello?
so.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hello? No, you told me that you was gonna do my docket Tuesday and to contact you guys through Zoom today.
No, I need you to come down to the courthouse, Ms. Williams.
Huh?
I need you to come down to the courthouse. I'm gonna get your case manager on to update me, but I'm almost 99% sure you need to come to the courthouse, but give me an opportunity to get your case manager on, okay?
Well, actually,
Ms. Williams, I need you to give me
no,
a second.
listen, I got assaulted by someone at that building, and I did a police report. And a detective is coming to talk to me at the shelter that I'm at today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ms. Williams, you're not gonna be able to be in a shelter while you're in our program. That's not gonna be your housing situation.
Well,
And
look, I found me a
All right, I'm not doing that, Mr. Griffin, I'm not. And so,
No, I understand. I'm sending a message to them now, and I can go in a breakout room if you want me to.
all
with,
right, yep,
with
I'll
Ms.
send you
Williams.
in the breakout room with her because she's not gonna keep talking over me. And I'm not doing that today. I'm just not. So I'm sending an invitation to both of you to go to breakout room number 2.
Yes,
All
Your Honor.
Thank
And I'm
you.
sending a message to the case managers now.
ask them they need to get on to update me on their cases that are on the docket.
I did, sorry, Judge, yes, I did contact, Mr. Curtis and Ms. Taylor, and they're both gonna, jump on Zoom, as soon as possible.
Okay, very good. I just need them to, let's make a record for their cases. Okay, all right, very good. There's, Ms. Williams, you need to accept the invitation because you won't be able to speak in my courtroom right now. I have you muted. You cannot unmute yourself. And so you need to go into the breakout room and talk with your attorney. Thank you so much. And then I'm going, as I indicated, I'll have the case manager update me, and then we'll figure out where we're going from there. Thank you so much. All right. Good morning, Miss Taylor. Please make your appearance for the record. Uh-oh, I have to ask you to unmute because Ms. Williams was going to talk, thought she was going to talk all over me this morning. There you go.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I am well, thank you.
Good. So Ms. Williams,
Oh,
And
I
I
need
shoot-
to place your name. I'm sorry.
I'm
Your
sorry.
appearance on the record for me.
Jasmine Taylor, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, very good. I want to call the 8:35. I know that everybody's given the date for tomorrow, but there are some matters that appear on my record on the docket for this morning. And so I want to make sure that I'm making a complete record, okay? So I'm going to start with Marcus Reed. I have you 508-56319, and it looks like his case is on here twice. And so what's going on with Marcus Reed? Ms. Taylor, are you on mute again? You are.
My apologies, Judge. I am on mute, but Mr. Reed is actually not my client. I'm asking Mr. Curtis, what was the? We are waiting on a competency evaluation for Mr. Reed.
Okay, and we have not received it. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, very good. Then we need to make sure if because we didn't staff on yesterday, if we could make sure that the jail knows not to bring Mr. Reed over, that would be great. I do see Ms. Rogers is in the courtroom. Ms. Rogers, do you have, if they could just lift that camera just a little bit? There you go. I see you. All right, Ms. Rogers, place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Sydney Rogers for the people, P 2072.
All right, good morning, Ms. Rogers. Did you have some additional information as to Marcus Reed?
Not on Marcus Reed. I will reach out to the forensic center today. I believe we should be getting the report back soon, so I think he can be on the docket for next week.
All right, very good.
But I
And
did
so-
put down for someone unrelated.
Okay, wonderful. I will place him on the docket for next week. And that date will be the 25th of May. So he'll return to court for Marcus Reed will be May 25th, 2022. And that will be at 8:35 a.m. And Attorney Griffin, I know Ms. Williams probably did not go into the breakout room. I had to mute her. She has not accepted the invitation, but she has been given the invitation. Okay, she can't run my courtroom. I know I have to ask you to unmute, but
Okay, yeah,
she
all right.
cannot run my courtroom. She will not run my courtroom. And so, yeah.
Understood, Your Honor. And I'll just stay out here in case I'm needed for something.
All right. And then there's another gentleman, someone else that has joined us with an A. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Please join that breakout room and speak with the attorney. All right, very good. I'm going next to Bernice Simmons, case number 210-453-0701, 210-454-5801, and case number 210-454-5901. What's the update for Ms. Simmons?
Judge, we are also waiting on evaluations for Ms. Simmons that we have not yet received.
All right, very good. Attorney Rogers, do you have any additional information as to Ms. Simmons?
I do not have additional information on her, but I think her report, the competency evaluation at least, will take longer than Mr. Reed's because we got to order in a little bit longer. So if we could get 2 weeks on her, I think that would be appropriate.
All right, then I am going to adjourn her to June 1st, 2022, and that will be at 8:35 a.m. Next, I have for Delon Thomas Z 789707. for Mr. Thomas. Oh, did I mute you again, Miss Taylor? I'm so sorry. I know your space. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, for Mr. Thomas. Actually, we were trying to figure out his situation because I believe he might have been getting a comp exam from a different judge. Miss Rogers, do you have an update on that?
Yes, so yesterday I got, from Ms. Mack, I got 2 signed orders, one for a psych evaluation, and one for a competency evaluation. But Mr. Thomas doesn't have any pending matters in front of Judge Holmes. He does have a pending matter in front of Judge Bryant. Judge Bryant's, courtroom house counsel was going to decide if they were gonna do a competency evaluation or not, and he's not up till, I believe, in July in front of Judge Bryant. And then also regarding the psych evaluation to the forensic center, previously, I believe at the beginning of the month, like May 9th, the forensic center rejected that order because they don't offer that service. So at this time, I think it would be appropriate to vacate both of those orders.
And I'm granting your request. I'm vacating both of those orders. And in addition, for Mr. Thomas, he has no other pending matters at 36th District Court.
No, Judge, he has, I believe it's retail fraud that's pending in front of Judge Bryant, but no pending matters on your docket.
I'm saying pending matters anywhere else at 36th District Court, other than domestic violence or the Judge Bryant's docket.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, Ms. Mack, can you make sure of that? Because Ms. Taylor, what I'm going to do is if he has no pending matters, I'm not going to keep him sitting with us. He should be on Judge Bryant's docket and only Judge Bryant's docket until she makes a determination as to whether or not she's going to refer him. If he had some other matters at 36 unadjudicated or just outstanding for he didn't pay or what have you, that would be different. But he doesn't have that, it sounds like. Ms. Mack is going to verify that.
Judge, he has.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You may go ahead, Ms. Mack.
Okay, sorry. I did look him up. He only has the case that's on your docket, and then I see a case that's for retail fraud, which is with Judge Bryant. Those are the only pending matters that he has.
All right, since he has no other matters until Judge Bryant refers him to us, I am going to, he has a future court date with Judge Bryant, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right,
And
very
that
good.
is-
And we're
I'll
gonna
tell
read.
you what that is. Give me one second.
No, that's okay. As long as he has one, we're gonna remove him. We're not gonna do anything. The only time we're gonna do that work as far as getting the competency and the the psych evaluation is if they have other matters that can bring them into mental health court. But until Judge Bryant refers him, or if she refers him, there's nothing we can do for him. Okay? All right, very
Okay.
good. Thank you for that clarification. I thought he had another case here. All
Now,
right,
Judge, do you want me to put this case on her docket as well?
this case is not on her docket.
This Z ticket, I don't believe so. It's on, just on yours.
No, it should go to Judge Bryant.
Okay.
Okay? So put it
Okay,
with
no
this
problem.
other matter.
Yep, I will make sure that that happens. I will put that on there.
Okay,
Judge, I
great.
do have a question on that and moving forward. So he has his D ticket, I believe it's an 07 marijuana ticket. I believe he owes money on it. So is that something that they can't come on the program for yet? We need to wait to see what happens with the high misdemeanor?
No, we don't have to wait and see what happens with any pending cases. If they have a matter that can bring them into mental health court. It's a case-by-case basis. You're dealing with a marijuana charge, which we know now marijuana is legal. So I think we may have some pushback from the defense attorneys as to whether or not that would be a ticket that could get him into our specialty court.
Right, absolutely. Thank you, Judge, for that clarification.
But that's a good point to bring up, but it's just for marijuana. That's not gonna work, but for any other matter, oh, am I fading out?
No.
No,
Oh,
we can hear
you want to talk? Okay. Sorry.
Please.
Trying to show out on my rest this morning. I'm sorry. But for any other matter, Ms. Rogers, I should answer your question. Yes, if they have a pending matter, that's still, no ma'am. No ma'am. Ms. Williams needs to go to a breakout room. That's how it's gonna run today. She's not running the show today. She's not. And so if there are other pending matters that are not domestic violence, a felony, or, and I think Judge Bryant has a high misdemeanor docket, then yes, they can be considered for us, okay?
I see, that makes sense. Thank you.
All right,
You're-
very good. Yes, wait, Mr. Griffin has something he wants to add. Yes, Attorney
Yeah,
Griffin.
I just want to talk to Attorney Rogers for a second, Your Honor, because the case that Attorney Rogers just brought up, it's an 09 case, but it was pled in 2020. So I don't think it would even be eligible for a dismissal
Okay.
at this point. So, and I do understand, like, he does owe money on it. So it's under a delayed status. So it's possible. I don't know. I just want to talk to her about it because it's still
You
maybe
all talk
possible even
about
with
it,
this
and we can
ticket.
bring it up in staffing, but for now, he's gonna go to Judge Bryant's docket.
And
Okay,
I guess, Your Honor, but what happens with that ticket, that Z ticket? Does that,
which Z ticket? The one that's on my docket?
yes, Your Honor. I guess that's my question, because he
Oh,
still
I'm
owes
sorry.
money.
The one on my docket, I'm thinking this is Judge Bryant's case. My apologies. That is the VMO. Is that
Yes.
correct? That's
Yes,
on
Your
my
Honor.
docket?
He owes about $500. It's a delayed sentence. He pled in 2020.
That's something that the two of you would need to discuss and make an argument as to whether or not he should come to us. I'm sorry, Ms. Taylor. I looked and I'm thinking Judge Bryant. I totally missed VMO. All right. So, and I'd like for us to do that, and we can do it we can talk about it in staffing, or you all can talk about it off the record and then come back and make your argument.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, but for now, he's in
Sounds good.
custody. Is that correct? He's in custody, and it's outside of my control anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll give us time. I'll reach out to Attorney Rogers. But yeah, the VMO ticket, that's the ticket I was bringing up.
Okay, my apologies. I heard retail fraud and I went with that. Okay, very
And
good.
Judge, oh, I'm sorry, Judge, I have one more question. On the VMO, since we are going to talk about it in staffing and probably put on the record, does he still need a future court date on your docket?
I would say yes.
I
So
agree.
that you all can make the argument, and it doesn't have to be on a Wednesday. I know, Ms. Rogers, you're assigned to me on Wednesday, so that's probably just better. So if we could do it in a week, I don't want to string this out because then I won't remember what all happened. And so if we could do it next week, that would be good.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
Your Honor.
Ms. Mack, we are going to give him a future date on the VMO ticket, which is the Z ticket that's on my docket. And let's bring him back on May 25th, 2022. And then the people and defense counsel should be ready to make their argument as to whether or not, given the status of VMO, whether or not he can come into or should be allowed to come into specialty court.
Yes,
Okay,
Your Honor.
on that matter. All right, very
Yes,
good.
Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Mack, good morning to you. Good morning to Officer Lott. I did get your message that Ms. Williams continues to call. I have already indicated that she's to go to a breakout room with her attorney, or she is to report to 36th District Court. And so I'm not doing the talking over me this morning. I'm not going to do it. I understand that she has somebody coming out to a police officer coming out to speak with her. She's at a shelter, but I believe she is in warrant status with respect to this court. And so, and Ms. Jasmine, that's what I wanted you to update me on. She is still in warrant status. Is that correct? All right. I know when I have you muted, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
she is.
And she is in warrant status?
Yes, she is still in warrant status, Judge, so she will need to physically walk in and get that taken care of.
Absolutely. And so, Ms. Mack, you can remove Sherry Ann Williams from my docket. She is in warrant status, and I'm giving her the ability to walk in. Miss Taylor, you should know that she has indicated that she is at a shelter. And I indicated to her, she will not be able to reside in a shelter while she is in this program. We will find adequate housing for her to be able to work the program, but it will not be a shelter.
Mhm.
Okay? And I know that that's what she desires to do, but she cannot do what she wants to do in this program. So we're not going to talk about it any longer because she's in warrant status and she has to walk in. Please make sure that the ROA for every single one of her charges indicates, do not reduce my bond. She must physically report and see me. So I'm removing those matters from my docket. I think that that's everything. I see that Devin Allen is on for 9:30 a.m. Not certain why she's on for, isn't she specialty court?
Yes, Judge, she is, but she is Mr. Curtis's and he actually just stepped out. So I can give you an update shortly because I don't know what's going on with her either. So I'm sorry.
Very good. And I know we are on the eve of our graduation. So if you all could look through the docket, make sure there are no other specialty court matters. I do know that we have quite a 1:30 p.m. docket. And so, but I want to make sure there are no other specialty court matters that are on the docket that require your attention so I can free up your time. Yes, Ms. Curtis?
Judge, Mr. Curtis said that Devin Allen is not supposed to be on the docket today.
All right, Ms. Allen should be on for tomorrow.
When should she be on?
For graduation?
Oh, yes, yes, for graduation.
All right, please remove Devin Allen, both of her cases from my docket for today and place her on for tomorrow. All right, do you all see anything else? Did I miss anything else?
That looks like everybody for our specialty court.
All right, wonderful. Is there anything else, prosecutor? Yes.
Judge, I'm sorry, I did have a question. I believe we emailed about putting Sean Keish or Kush on the docket today because we got his competency evaluation back yesterday.
Okay, I
didn't see
I
that.
misread the email, but
okay, I did not see that email and I responded to all emails. But tell me what's going on.
he's in custody. We got his competency evaluation back yesterday. He is competent, so I can make an offer on his matter as it's pending right now.
All right, and does the jail know to bring him on this morning? We can take care of that part of it, but we'll have to schedule something else for him to come in and get processed, right, Miss Jasmine?
Yes.
Okay, and so does the jail know to bring him on with respect to the cases so that we can at least get him processed as far as his pleas are concerned?
For today, probably not.
Okay, yeah, I don't think they're aware of it. We didn't
No.
staff yesterday, so we wouldn't have been able to give them that notice.
I can put the offer on next week if we want to hear him next week.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that, Ms. Rogers. Let's put Mr. Kosh on and let's do it can we do it on Wednesday of next week, May 25th? I don't know how heavy our docket is because we have the graduation this week, but I am open to doing a different day of the week if we need to.
You know what, Judge? I actually just pulled up your calendar for the 25th. He was already on for the 25th at 8:35.
Then we're gonna leave him. All right.
Yeah, he was already on.
You know, Ms. Rogers is on her game, so she's on track. And please know we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, then I think that's everyone. So as to the specialty court team, you all are excused. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow at the graduation, which starts promptly at 10:00 a.m. Each of you should receive Mr. Curtis and Ms. Taylor a run of show once it has been finalized so that you all know exactly what is going to happen. And so we want to make sure that we're on task tomorrow and that we're out of there in an hour and 15 minutes. Yes. No. Oh, no. Your judge has taken those 75 minutes and divided them down into everybody will know what they can and cannot do. And I hope that they are compliant. Because I think I'm just gonna come out and throw water or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna be 3 hours at no graduation. I'm not. No, I'm not. And I'm not gonna be in a church service with like this 2 hours for church. No, it's a graduation. An hour.
Quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a quick question for maybe for Ms. Mack. Ms. Mack, do you have more of those little sheets that we're supposed to pass out with the return to court dates?
No, Mr. Griffin had those little cards. Check with Mr. Griffin, Brian Griffin.
Okay,
But Ms. Mack,
Yeah,
you may
he had-
also
he had-
want to check with Ms. Knight or Ms. Thomas, because usually those cards before COVID, those cards were given out by my court clerk. They were filled out by the court clerk and they were kept in the courtroom. So you may be able to get your hands on some quicker than Mr. Griffin can. I know he had some.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, I'll check. Yes, ma'am.
all right, and then get them to Ms. Taylor so that she and Mr. Curtis can fill them out for their clients. And you all will give them to your clients as well after they check in on tomorrow.
okay.
All right, very good. Thank you all so much. I'll see you. I'm available if you need me.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bye-bye, sir.
Bye.
All right. I am ready to move now to the 8:30 docket. Attorney Malafite, are you ready on Marquisha Armstrong? Oh, I have to ask you to unmute because I have, let me do something different. I'm asking you to unmute, but I'm going to change my security. I am going to do a waiting room. And then let me see who's in here. All right, nobody that's going to disrupt my docket. And so now I'm going to give you all the ability to unmute yourselves. And good morning to Ms. Sires. I failed to say good morning to you. Thank you for coming back to serve on today.
Good morning, Judge. Welcome.
All right. All right, Mr. Malafite, are you ready on Ms. Armstrong?
After a fashion, Your Honor. So here's my issue. Ms. Fikens was kind enough to kind of pop in and weigh in a little bit on her particular cases. The wrinkle that I have at the moment is this. She is, as you could imagine, trying to clear these up so that she can get her license back, like so many people. The problem is that she has never had a license. This complicates things because anytime that you get 2 or more moving violations within a certain period of time, you cannot get your license for 3 years. She is, unfortunately, when we look back at her civil infractions, she has already crossed that bridge. There is no power on earth that will get her a license from even if we assume for the moment that the tickets that she has in front of her today, she won't be able to get it until 2024 right now, because the last time that she had a default that went in that would count against her would have been on, I believe, 5/21 of 21. So that would be her tolling date as it stands right now. So the good news is that we can kind of put together anything that we wish because it's not going to be the thing that puts her over the edge. The bad news is that if we make it into another moving violation, then it's going to reset the toll to the second to last ticket, which I think would have put her into October of that same year. So that's kind of where we're at. She does want to get it done, Judge, and she does understand and wants to get on a payment plan, which is, I believe, what you normally do with individuals like this. She's happy to do that and try to get all these tickets paid down. But I would want, when we put something together, to have in the back of our minds, or if at all possible, to try and make the 2 pleas that she theoretically could have today into non-moving violations. There's multiple ways we could make that happen, given the tickets.
Well, you would have to get with the prosecutor for their offer to reflect what you're indicating.
That will be no problem, Judge. I don't know, was Sydney, was she here on just for something in particular, or is she coming back?
Oh, no, Miss Mack, reach out to Miss Rogers, who usually does the traffic on behalf of the people, Mr. Fikens, on Wednesdays.
Well, it's usually Mr. Rosenthal, I believe, but Miss Horn did the offers today.
I don't have any, so perhaps I missed them. Let me look.
No, I think they were just sent to me, and I'll send them over to you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Excuse me, I did send them to you, Mr. Malafite, this morning, once I realized that you.
I see it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Matt.
Very good. And so, Mr. Malafite, are you indicating that your client has a number of outstanding matters at 36th District Court?
Quite a few, yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Mack, if you could run that summary and send it over to me, that would be great. Because you're right, I don't take pleas and without a plan to make sure that they are able to pay all of their fines and costs. I just don't do it. So
that makes perfect sense, Your Honor, and it sounds like she's on board for that as well.
Wonderful, and
Who's
I'll
the
work with
individual we're
her.
Speaking of?
The first matter on the docket, last name Armstrong.
Oh, okay,
And
yes,
so-
I will send that over.
Wonderful. I will work with her, and so I will set her up to win. All she has to do is do her part. So if there's something you can get from the prosecutor, I don't know how old those civil infractions are. If they're more than a year old, there's nothing they can do about them. But
Yeah,
anything less
that appears
than-
to be the case, Judge.
Okay. All right. I don't know, does she have some outstanding misdemeanors that she owes money on?
No, Judge, from what I can tell, it is just the ones that we have in front of Your Honor today. Those are the ones that have not been. It does not appear that she has unadjudicated misdemeanors that she hasn't paid on, but the list of civil infractions that she has, as well as reinstatement fees, is significant.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll work with her and let's package it all together and let me know when you're ready to go. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. If the court would like, there was an individual who also came in, but he is actually scheduled. I'm not sure why this happened, but it appears that he said for pretrial at 1:45. But he came in this morning, Mr. Al-Masawi. He just needs a bench date.
Okay, no problem. And I think, let's see, I'll do him. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll do him this
Yeah.
morning.
We've already had a discussion, so I just needed to get your permission, and then once we did that, we can bring him out.
Absolutely. I'm going to bring him out now. And then there is an attorney who has signed in. Good morning to you. If you could tell me what case you're on, you had it in your defendant, you did, Harris. Is there a Harris on my docket, Miss? Yes, there is at 9:30 for a formal hearing. I'm not certain why Harris would be on my docket because I have the A cases.
I don't think that's his real last name, Judge. I think the ticket put his name on there, as I remember. I'll let the council address that. But
All right, counsel.
Yeah, I believe it's Dwayne Harris. So I'll give you his.
Yes, I have Dwayne Harris, but I don't, but it's fine. He's scheduled for a formal hearing at 9:30. I'll call it after 9:30, okay?
Thank you.
All right, very good. And then, has anyone spoken with Mr. Ayu?
Yes, ma'am.
I have not, Your Honor.
Okay, he has not been in the breakout room, so I'm going to place you on mute. Good morning to you, sir. And I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Please accept that invitation. Okay, thank you.
Judge, I just sent you the summary, and Mr. Malafide, I sent you the summary for Ms. Armstrong as well.
Thank you so much.
All right, and Ms. Armstrong, for some reason, sir, Mr. Ayub, accept that invitation, please, to breakout room number 1.
He did, Judge. This is Mr. Al-Masawi. That was the individual that I spoke to in the breakout
Okay,
room already.
very good. All right, I'm gonna call Mr. Al-Masawi's case very quickly. You said he's on the 145.
Well, 145 is when it was listed, Judge. I'm not certain I even saw him on the
Yeah, he's on my docket.
yes,
Alpha.
yes.
Okay, yes.
Let me call those cases. I have case numbers SP 117-62151 and case number SP 117-62291. Mr. Al-Masawi, could you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sajjad Al-Masawi.
Thank you, and good morning to you, sir. All right, Mr. Malafide.
And good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafide, P72339, on behalf of Mr. Al-Masawi. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for pretrial in this matter. At this time, Judge, we would continue our plea of not guilty, ask for a bench trial date in these matters.
Thank you, Mr. Malafide. Would you please establish on the record your client's willingness to give up his constitutional right to a jury trial and to have a bench trial? You may proceed.
Absolutely. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Al-Masawi, is it your desire at this time to have a trial before a judge and not before a jury?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that in order to do that, you need to give up certain rights? Among them, it would be the ability to have us call forth a jury of your peers, 7 people in the case of this particular court, who would be the determining factor in whether or not you are in fact guilty or not guilty in this case.
Yes, sir.
And by having the judge make that determination, you give up that right. Do you understand?
I do.
All right, very good. Then I am ready to, I'll give a bench trial date. And actually, I'm going to place the bench trial on June 3rd, 2022 at 1:00 p.m., June 3rd. Anything else for my consideration?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, Mr. Malafide, your client, Miss Armstrong, is in the waiting room. Do you want me to let her back in and put her back in that breakout room?
Judge, at this point, it doesn't matter too much. And if I may, she actually, believe it or not, had another court date scheduled for Troy. She was trying to take care of that while we speak. She's so the fact that I don't need to speak to her right now, and until I have a prosecutor I can speak to, I don't really think that there's anything for she and I to discuss at the moment.
Okay, very good. And so then what I'll do is I will just
I can speak to that other gentleman who just came in.
Yes, please do.
I'll do that right now. Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Fikens, I'm not used to this time, but Miss, wait a minute, let me see. Miss Matt,
Yes, Judge.
do you have the time to do the 10:30s?
Oh, you know what? I didn't look at those. Can you give me a couple minutes to look them up real quick?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, look them up. Let me know when you're ready for me to call them, okay?
Okay, sure will.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr. Fikens, I'm going to be in recess until I hear somebody say we are ready to go.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Ms. Walker.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I am okay. I am okay. Feeling a little better, so that's good.
That's excellent. You are chiming in this morning for?
I don't know. I got a text from my office that said, could you zoom into 133? So I said, okay.
Oh, Mr. Malafite may need you on some matters.
Okay,
That's right, he does. I'm sorry, I'm the one. I'm looking at Mr. Fikens like, why would she be here? Because we don't like to tie you all up if we don't have to. And
well,
so
you see, I have a little availability from where I'm sitting, so.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's get Mr. Malafite. Ms. Walker, I'm gonna send you into the breakout room.
Okay,
I think he's doing one person, right, Mr. Fikens? Mr. Fikens, why don't you jump in and breakout room number 1? And let's let Mr. Malafite go into breakout room number 2 with Ms. Walker. Can you go there and let him know?
Absolutely.
Okay, you can go back. You have the ability to go back.
I think that's a yes, because he froze.
All right, very good. And so now I am going to, let me do this. I'll send Mr. Malafite, I'll send you to breakout room number 2
Okay,
and Mr. Malafite to breakout room number 2. All right, very good. I did it. Didn't jack it up. Miss Armstrong. Miss Armstrong is not connected to. Good morning, Miss Allen. Oh, she's not connected to audio either. Miss Armstrong.
Yes.
Okay,
Good
they are
morning.
working on they're gonna work on all of the matters that you have here at 36th District Court. That's going to take some time. And so it's okay for you. I wanna make sure you're not gonna miss another court. So if you need to check in another courthouse, I need you to do that, okay? Because it may
Okay.
take a minute. The prosecutor is in with them now. We were able to get a prosecutor. And so prosecutor is in with the attorney right now, working on your package, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Thank
good. You're very welcome. And you can turn your camera off if you need to. All right. Oh, man, no, this one I'm not gonna look at. All right, Attorney Newman, I am going to give just a few moments. I'm not gonna call it right at 9:30. I'm gonna give a few moments to see, first of all, I wanna make sure you're in the right place and that this hearing is not on more than one person's docket. Ms. Mack, if you can make sure of that, and then I'll give just some moments of grace to see if the officers are going to show, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
very good. All right.
I'm sorry, Judge, who did you need me to check on?
That is Harris, last name Harris, is that correct?
Okay.
Or Dwayne Harris.
Wayne
He is
Harris.
on my docket scheduled at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
Okay,
Are you
All
going
right,
to
so-
see if he's supposed to be here or if he's supposed to be somewhere else?
I just want to make sure before I call it, I'm gonna give a grace period for the officer before I call it, because the last name is Harris. I don't know why he would be in my courtroom. But I'm not gonna send him everywhere if he's supposed to be here.
Okay, I'm checking right now.
And who has the H's?
That is, I believe that's Judge Millhouse.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why that would come to me.
Yeah.
And you might
there's no
want to call
reason that it
Judge
should have.
Millhouse's clerk You might want to call Judge Millhouse's clerk to make sure the officers didn't show up there. I mean, it's just 9:30, but let's make
Right.
sure. I want to make
Okay.
sure we're doing the right thing. All right, thank
Okay,
you.
all right, I will. Okay, no problem. Judge? Counsel, are you there? For Harris?
I am.
Okay. I'm trying to see who's the officer on this. So for whatever reason, this case should not have been on Judge Holmes's docket.
Okay.
It should have been on Judge Millhouse's docket.
Hold on
So-
one second. I'm sorry. I was on a call, so I had to mute you. What did you say?
I contacted Judge Millhouse's clerk and informed her that this case doesn't belong to you, it belongs to Judge Millhouse. So she's gonna reschedule it on her docket for June the 28th at 8:30.
Okay, did you ask her if it was okay for me to keep it since it looks like it had been noticed? I don't, or she said she wants her case.
Well, I talked to her clerk and she said that they would take it, so you tell me what you want me to do.
Okay, can you just call back and let her know I don't have a problem? I wanted to make sure that the appropriate notice had gone out to the officers and that they weren't
Yes,
present in her courtroom. And if she wants me to keep it, I can. If not, we'll schedule it on another day.
Thank you, Your
okay,
Honor.
because I did check with the officer has not shown up in her courtroom.
Okay, so just verify that. I want to just give her a courtesy if I'm going to keep it, because it looks like it'll probably end up being a dismissal. It's still too early to call it, but it may be a dismissal.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, no problem, Judge.
thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Your Honor.
welcome.
Your Honor.
Give me 1 second, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
How are we doing, Timothy?
We are doing well. I just need to talk one more time here to Ms. Armstrong, because we do have, I talked to Shannon, we have an offer, and then the other gentleman that I left you with, Mr. Ayub, I think that we have a plan in place.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a matter of getting him a pretrial date.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah. And he has a bond on this, so that's good.
Yeah, so, and because it's really just, I think, paperwork. And I briefly discussed it with Shannon, and she seems to agree that it's mostly just a paperwork thing, as long as he can come back with something.
Yeah, he'll have a license. I don't know that that's what the ticket was written on. I think.
And Shannon and I, as I discussed, I think that there is a bit of a disconnect between what the ROA says and what the ticket is for, which I find disheartening because, I can't look at things anymore, not the physical ticket, which is never helpful. But even given that, I don't see how it's going to harm him to come back with that, because that's going to be his best defense.
I agree. I think it's a manager issue.
Yes.
I think that's what it's going to come down to. And it's not a license issue, but having a license is a good first step. Okay, good deal. I'm going to put myself on mute and hang around. So Tim, are you waiting on anything or you need me to do anything?
I suppose in theory, someone could put Miss Armstrong and myself back in a breakout room very briefly. I just do need to discuss the recommendation that was made by Shannon. That is one thing someone could do.
Okay, now you might be able to do it yourself. Do you know, I mean,
Let's
here's how
see.
I touch the
I
screen.
know it doesn't appear that I'm assigned to breakout room 2. I don't know if Miss Armstrong is, and I don't know if she is allowed to unmute. Miss Armstrong, if you can hear me.
Yes.
Fantastic. Are you still assigned, ma'am, to breakout room number 2? If you press on the bottom of your phone there, you should see a little button there for breakout rooms. If you touch that, does it give you the option to go to breakout room 2 or no?
No.
No. When you touch the bottom, do you see any button there that says breakout rooms?
It's a mute, stop video, share contents, participants, and then it say more.
Hit
then
more.
It's a minimize meeting settings, and background and effects.
Okay. All right. So then, yeah, for the moment, I think we just have to wait, man. We have to have somebody who has host control who can get us back into breakout room, because there's just a couple of quick things we need to discuss before we go back on the record. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Did you finish up, Troy?
No, I'm waiting.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll continue waiting then. You can go ahead and mute again for me, please.
Okay.
All right, Attorney Malafide, thank you for your patience. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, all I need is if we could
wait a
please
minute.
place myself and Ms. Armstrong quickly inside of a breakout room. I need to explain what the recommendation has been, and then we'll be right back out so we can put it on the record.
Okay, very good. I will do that at this time. Let's see, I will send you all to breakout room. Where is Ms. Armstrong? Oh, I see her. I will send you all to breakout room number 3. Please
Thank you.
accept the invitation, Ms. Armstrong. All right, Mr. Fikens, do you have anything ready?
No, I do not, Judge.
What happened with this, Mr. Ayub?
I can probably do Mr. Ayub.
Okay,
Yes, I'll just go ahead.
and there's a Tiffany Allen that should be in the breakout room as well, in breakout room number 1.
I did not see Miss Allen.
Yes,
So,
she's in there.
If you could send me to breakout
Can
room
you
number
just
1.
rejoin?
I think I go, well, maybe I can. Let me check. I don't have an option of where to go, so whatever room I was in.
I still have you as the last place in breakout room number 1.
Very good. Yes, and then I can rejoin. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, Ms. Mack, thank you for taking care of that matter. I am ready in the matter of Dwayne Harris. I have the following for Harris, counsel for Harris. I have the following matters. SP 1324958, counts 1 and 2. Counsel, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney David Newman appearing on behalf of Dwayne Harris. Date and time is scheduled for a formal hearing. At this time, looks like the officer, Officer Snap, has not appeared, so we'd like to move for dismissal.
All right, thank you. Counsel, your name, I didn't get it. It's like
I
it faded out.
apologize.
State your name again for the record.
Yes, Attorney David Newman on behalf of Dwayne Harris.
All right, thank you so much. I am granting your motion. Both of the matters are dismissed without prejudice, and thank you for your patience, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. I appreciate
Take
you.
care.
Have a good
You're
one.
very welcome.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Judge, I'm ready for the 10:30 if you're ready.
I am ready, Ms. Mack. Let's
Okay.
let's see if Attorney Malafite is coming back, and we'll do his client, and then we'll go to the 10:30. All
Okay,
right,
Judge.
Mr. Malafite,
Yes,
are
Your
you
Honor.
ready on Ms. Armstrong?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. I have the following matters. SP, I'm recalling SP 1205522, counts 1 and 2, and case number 194415631. Ms. Armstrong, state your name for the record, please.
Marquisha Armstrong.
All right, thank you. Mr. Malafite, how are we proceeding today?
Good morning once again, Your Honor. Tim Malafite on behalf of Ms. Armstrong. Your Honor, there have been recommendations put forth. We'd like to take advantage of those recommendations. I did speak to Prosecutor Shannon Walker in this matter. As to count 1 and count 3, that would be the driving license suspended as well as the no insurance misdemeanor, Judge. Both of those counts are to be amended. The driving license suspended will be turned into an allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The no insurance misdemeanor will be turned into improper plates. And the ticket ending in 631, that is the driver's license never acquired, that will be a dismissal.
All right, very good. But does your client have some other matters outstanding at 36th District Court?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe we discussed this previously off the record. I have had that conversation with Ms. Armstrong. There is a significant amount of both outstanding defaulted civil infractions as well as reinstatement fees from previous misdemeanors that were cleared up that Ms. Armstrong is trying to finish. She is aware that these are going to take some time. She's aware that the court often helps try to guide that process to help her get her license back. She's willing and able and wants to do that with the court's help.
All right, very good. I'm looking at the summary that Ms. Mack sent over for your client. She has a total of $3,000 or owes a total of $3,982 to the court. And so, Mr. Malafite, if your client is willing to work through these matters and set up to get these matters paid, then she'll be able to get her reduced charges as well as her dismissal. These things will not go into effect until she has paid us in full. And so if she wants to do that, I'm willing to help her. I'm also going to waive any penalties, any late fees, anything of that nature. I'll waive that on behalf of your client, which should put her in a much better place. And so I'm willing to do that. And then I'll set up for if she can pay a ticket every month or every 2 months or what have you, we'll set that up so that in the end, she'll get her dismissal and her reduced charges. Mr. Malafite, does that sound good to you?
Absolutely, Judge. No, that sounds perfectly acceptable.
Very good. Ms. Armstrong, does that sound good to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Ms. Armstrong, let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Malafite, please proceed by placing the constitutional rights and then the factual basis onto the record. If you have just joined my courtroom, please mute your device. Your case has not been called. And in fact, you will receive an invitation to a breakout room. Please go to that breakout room and speak with an attorney. Mr. Malafite, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, do you understand that in taking advantage of the recommendations that have been put forth, you will be giving up certain rights? Specifically, those rights would include your ability to have a trial, whether by judge or by jury. You understand that?
Yes.
Do you also understand that you would be giving up your right to call witnesses, to question the witnesses that are brought forth by the prosecution who would bear the burden in this case in order to prove your guilt? Do you understand that?
Yes.
And you understand that you are giving up your right to remain silent in these matters, as you will have to make a factual basis to the matters as they have been put forth in order to take advantage of the recommendation.
Yes.
Judge, I believe at this time that this is a knowing and voluntary plea.
Yeah.
I am going to need the court to supply me with the date, time, and location, as I do not have the physical tickets.
All right, Ms. Mack, if you could do that, that would be great because I don't have the ticket either.
Give me 1 second, Judge. Let me get her file real quick.
No problem.
Okay, so for ticket SP 120-55221, the date of the offense was May the 27th, 2021 at 3:25 p.m.
Thank you.
And
It should be the same date and time, I believe, for the other ticket.
yes, and for count 3 would be the same, yes.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, at the date and time in question, were you driving an automobile in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
When you were pulled over, ma'am, did you in fact fail to show that police officer any proof of valid insurance for that vehicle?
Yes.
And furthermore, ma'am, did you also, at the time you were pulled over, were you driving while your license was suspended?
Yes.
I'm satisfied as to both counts, Judge. We would be moving or we'd stipulate a probable cause in the other matters.
All right, very good. Give me just 1 second. I'm checking one thing. And thank you, Ms. Mack, for the information that you sent over. Okay, somebody else has something planned.
Yeah, it's the Troy. She has another phone that is listening to Troy, Judge, because she has another case going on right there. So, Miss Armstrong, it's okay to mute it just for a moment if you'd be so kind.
Okay.
You can mute us, yes. That's gonna throw me off altogether.
Yeah, there we are.
So, thank you. All right. Very good. I am accepting, Ms. Armstrong, if you.
We still need to see you, Miss Armstrong. That wasn't a reason to leave. Miss Arms?
Oh, you still, okay.
Yes, we still need you.
All right. All right. And so I am accepting the pleas on today. I will be I'm reducing the matter ending in 5221 to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'm reducing the matter ending in 55223 to improper plates. And then she'll get her dismissal upon full payment of her fines and costs here at 36th District Court. And so Attorney Malafite, with respect to the two matters wherein I have accepted your client's plea, what I am going to do is, as to the matter ending in 5222, I am going to assess costs only one time on today. I'm going to assess that cost in the amount of $250. However, I will assess the fine in the amount of $25. Yes.
I do apologize. I couldn't help it. Yeah, I believe that you said 5222. That would have been the civil infraction.
I'm sorry. Is that the civil infraction?
Yes.
Driving
we
while
only had 2-1. We had 2-1 and 2-3. 2-1 and 2-3. What was the
I'm
two
sorry.
that we?
It should be counts 1 and 3 that I accepted the plea on.
Correct.
My apologies. My apologies. So then on count 1, that's the one that I reduced to allowing an unlicensed driver. And count 1, yes, is a misdemeanor. And so I am going to assess our cost only on count 1 at $250. And then the fine will be $25. Ms. Mack, I'm going to waive any warrant costs or any penalties that are associated with this matter. And then for the other matter that I've accepted the plea of guilty on ending in 5223. Yep, is that 5223? Yes, that has been
Yes.
amended to improper plates. I'm going to only assess the fine in the amount of $25. All right. And so now, Ms. Malafite, I'm going to go through, and Ms. Mack, for general purposes, I have indicated that I am going to, for all of the civil infractions that are outstanding, I am going to waive any penalties, any interest. I want it to just be what the original ticket should have been. And of course, I have no control over reinstatement fees. But if she wants to get a license, Mr. Malafite, she'll have to get those reinstatement fees paid in order to get one. But I'll
Yes, Your
waive
Honor.
everything that I can waive, okay? And so I want to go through and set up dates. Ms. Armstrong, you have a lot that you need to get paid with us. Do you think that you can pay 2 tickets per month?
Yes, at least 1 ticket a month. Well, yeah, 2 tickets a month.
Okay, if you only can pay 1, then we'll do 1. I want to set you up to win.
Okay.
All right, you want to do it that way?
Yes.
Okay, then we will do 1 ticket per month. And so, counsel, I am going to start off with the matter ending in 5221, where she's been assessed cost of $250 and the fine of $225. I am going to have her pay that particular matter. I'll put it on my docket for June 17th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. Ma'am, if you don't get that particular ticket paid before June 17th, then you need to report to court, because otherwise I'm going to set aside everything we're doing today, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go to the other matter where you owe, well, that one I'll put with the rest of the, because I want you to get the big ticket paid first, okay? So that's the first one you have to pay, all right?
Okay, and the first one, how much is the first one that I have to pay on?
You're gonna have to call the clerk to get the total amount. I've assessed 250 plus 25, but you have reinstatement fees. I'm sure I've waived any warrant cost or penalties. So you should be right around that $275, but you may also owe a reinstatement. You will, I'm sure, owe a reinstatement fee.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. Thank you.
All right, so that one's scheduled for June 17th. June 17th. I wrote down something else. June 17th. All right, let's go back. I'm looking at the printout that Ms. Mack has sent over to me. And so I'm going to do the last four numbers of each case. Ms. Mack, these matters will be placed on my docket only when it is time for her to pay. It'll be just one at a time, not putting them all on one day. So for the matter ending in 4891, I am going to have you pay that one. If you can get it paid, I'll schedule it for, we'll adjourn it to pay on July 15th, 2022. All of these will be put in for 10:30 a.m. For the matter ending in 1922, I am going to have you pay that particular matter. I'll schedule it for August 12th, 2022, again at 10:30 a.m. For the matter ending in 1923, I will schedule that to be paid on September 16th, 2022. For the matter ending in 5222, I will schedule that one to be paid October 14th, 2022. Again, all of these are at 10:30. For the matter scheduled for, the matter ending in 5223, and for the matter ending in, and for the matter ending in 9561, because on 5223, you only owe $25. So we're gonna put two together. So 5223 and the matter ending in 9561, you are going to get those paid. I'll schedule them for November 18th, 2022. Ms. Mack, you can give someone my cell number and they can call me. That's the only way I'll be able to speak with them. Ask Director Bowman to call me on my cell phone. All right, for the matter ending in 9562, I will schedule for you to have that one paid for December 16th, 2022. Now we're gonna keep going. For the matter, give me a second. Oh, I'll have to look at another calendar. Ms. Mack, I hope you heard me. She can call me on my cell phone.
Yes, Judge, they should be calling you momentarily.
Okay, give me a second, Mr. Malafite and Ms.
Yes, Your Honor.
Armstrong.
Corresponding month that I was going to pay, even if I paid on time, Ms. Jackson, your phone, please. You are on mute. I can hear you.
Mr. Allen,
Speak up if you can.
there we are. Keep yourself muted, sir.
Thank you. All right, have the two of you had an opportunity to speak?
And Ms. Armstrong, you can go ahead and mute yourself until we actually need you to call back. I know that they're talking in Troy, so we don't need to listen to that until something comes up. So go ahead and mute yourself as well.
Okay. Turn the video off too?
No, ma'am. Got to stick around because we are still technically in the middle of your sentencing. The judge is doing something presently, but yeah, we do need at least your attention, but you can mute. That's okay.
Okay.
All right, Attorney Malafite, I apologize for the pause. I do, and Miss Armstrong, I do have one other thing, Miss Mack,
Yes.
on
Yes,
Angela Moses. Would you
Yes.
please, Miss Mack, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me,
Okay, I don't know if I
Judge?
can hear you out. Miss Mack, are you all there?
Yes,
Can
Judge.
you hear me?
Okay, I think I had it muted. All right, Miss
Okay.
Mack, if you could contact Director Momer on Angela Moses and let her know that I have talked with Judge Bryant. Judge Bryant has given me authorization to reduce her bond to a personal bond with no contact with the victim. And so that way, Ms. Moses can continue to be processed so that she is able to go to her inpatient treatment facility.
Okay,
Okay?
I got it.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. All right,
Thank
there is
you,
a
Judge.
person that joined us, a Frank Allen. I am going to send you to a breakout room. Please accept the invitation to speak with an attorney. All right, I'm going back now to Ms. Armstrong. I was giving Ms. Armstrong dates in order to get her tickets paid so she can get her clearance at 36th District Court. I am now still on the printout list. I'm on the matter ending in 9563. Ms. Armstrong, you must get that particular matter paid by January 13th, 2023. Again, that will appear on my docket at 10:30 a.m. For the matter that's ending in 3211, you must get that matter paid by February 17th, 2023 at 10, and it's on my docket for 10:30. For the matter ending in 6911, please have that matter paid by March 17th, 2023. For the matter ending in 4551, that matter must be paid by April 14th, 2023. For the matter ending in 4552, please have that matter paid by May 12th, 2023. For the matter ending in 7591, that matter must be paid by June 16th, 2023. For the matter ending in 7592, it must be paid by July 14th, 2023. For the matter ending in 7593, it must be paid by August 18th, 2023. For the matter ending in 3861, it must be paid by September 15th, 2023. For the matter ending in 3862, it must be paid by October 13th, 2023. And then the final matter ending in 3863 must be paid by November 17th, 2023. As long as, and all of those matters will be scheduled for 10:30 a.m. Attorney Malafite and Ms. Armstrong. And so as long as you pay those tickets by those dates, you're not going to have an issue. If you fail to pay one and you don't show up in court on the day that it was due, then everything that's been done today will be set aside. All of your penalties and all of those things will be reinstated, and you're going to be in really bad shape. And so I want you to make sure, Ms. Armstrong, that you work hard and get this done, okay? So every month you should be paying off a ticket.
Okay.
All
That's
right,
fine.
very
Thank
good. Mr. Malafite, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, let me say this to you, Ms. Armstrong. You're not eligible for a license right now, and you won't be eligible for a license even, you'll be almost on embarking on eligibility by the time you get all of these tickets paid. You want to refrain from driving so that you don't push yourself even farther back from being able to receive your license, okay?
Okay.
All right, I also want to encourage you that if you get an income tax money, some stimulus money, or any kind of just money you weren't planning on getting, think about us first and come and pay some of your tickets. You don't have to wait until the day it's due, or the day before it's due. Come on and get it paid, okay? Pay as many as you can, all right?
Yes.
That's going to help you.
And I need to come in and get a printout can I come in and get a printout of everything you just told me?
Miss Mack, will she be able to get a printout?
Yes, Judge, hold on a second. Yes, Judge, I will, if she will call the courtroom and we can facilitate that so I can get that to her.
All right, very good. So you'll call the courtroom today, and Miss Mack, if you call the courtroom, give her just a few minutes, call the courtroom, and she will work with you to get you a printout of everything that you need, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Mr. Malafite, for working.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
I appreciate it. All right, very good. There are a few other people that are in the breakout rooms. As they're coming, I'm putting them in the breakout room. There's someone that just joined us, Effington. If you could please turn on your camera so that we can get you to the right place as well. Ms. Armstrong, you are free to leave.
Okay.
He's turning off the.
All right, very good.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Let me see, because okay, it's just giving me the option to go to the other breakout room. I believe, Judge, we could take out Mr. Ayub, Hassan Ayub, or Hassas, I apologize. Ayub, he is just going to need a pretrial date. So I don't know which breakout room he may be in.
I have him,
but I'm happy
I've
to
already brought him back into the courtroom. What about Tiffany Allen? Is she ready to come back to the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
Your Honor, she is.
Okay, very good. What about Justin Juwan?
Juwan Austin, he's ready to come back, Judge.
All right, very good. I will also move him to the main session. And then I think, did anyone speak with Frank Allen?
No.
No, Your Honor.
All right, so he's still in the breakout room, and there is an Effington that I am going to send you an invitation to breakout room number 1. Please join it. All right, very good. And so we will carry on. I'm going to start with Mr. Ayub. Are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have case number U599822121. Mr. Ayub, please state your full name for me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hassan Hafid Ayub.
Thank you, and good morning to you again. Mr. Malafite, Attorney Malafite, how are we proceeding?
Judge, at this time, we're going to be continuing a plea of not guilty, asking for a pretrial date.
All right, very good. Ms. Mack, what is my next pretrial date and time? I know it's on a Wednesday.
I believe it is, let me see, is it not, we did June the 1st yesterday, so June the 8th?
I don't think I did a lot for June 1st. I didn't do a lot for
Okay,
them.
let me, I just wanna, I'm looking at your calendar right now, Judge, let me double check,
Okay,
sorry. It would be June the 1st if you want to stick with that, and I believe that's at 1:45.
all right, very good. So Mr. Ayub, you will come back to see us on June 1st, 2022 at 1:45 p.m. Okay? All right, thank you, sir. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, you as well.
All right, who do we have up next?
Tiffany Allen, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, while that is happening, if you'd be so kind as to put me in a breakout room with Mr. Allen, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, can you go back to breakout room number 1? If not,
I cannot.
oh, I see why. I'm gonna move you there. I got it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, let's go to Mr. Ayub. You are free to leave. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you as well.
All right. I am ready on Tiffany Allen. Is that correct, Mr. Fikens?
It is, Your Honor, yes.
All right, and Miss Allen is on, I don't see her. Am I missing her?
You
It's in the
are,
afternoon, docket, Judge.
She's on the afternoon. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'll have her. I have case number SP 130350001. Miss Allen, please state your full name.
Tiffany Allen.
Thank you and good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, there's an offer that my client wishes to avail herself of. That is, she's being charged with allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The recommendation is that if she pleads guilty on that, that would be held under a 3-month delayed sentence.
All right, very good. And Miss Allen does not have any other outstanding matters at 36th District Court, Mr. Fikens?
I did not see any, Judge. I'm working off a public computer, but I didn't see any.
All right, then she's probably in good shape. Miss Allen, let me have you raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you. Ma'am, as you and I discussed, you understand that you have a right to a trial on this matter, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea today, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will and because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, on the date and time of this incident, you were in the city of Detroit and you allowed someone to drive your car who you knew did not have a license, but rather had a permit, correct?
Yes, I allowed my daughter to drive. She have a permit, but a licensed driver was not in the car with her.
I know. John, I'm satisfied, both as to the waiver and the factual basis.
All right, I'm satisfied as well. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I am going to follow the prosecutor's recommendation for a 3-month delayed sentence. And I am going to assess the cost in the amount of $195. The fine will be $25. And I am going to do your 3-month review on August 17th, 2022. That's going to be at 10:30 a.m. And so as long as you get it paid before that date and that time, then you do not have to come back to court. The matter will automatically be dismissed, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Thank you, and you do the same.
All right.
Thank you,
All
Ms.
right,
Alford.
Mr.
Thank you.
Fikens, do you have anybody else ready? I don't see anyone else in the virtual courtroom.
Well, if Juwan Austin would turn on his camera like we talked about, he might be able to be.
Mr. Austin, thank
There we
you
go.
so much.
How you doing, Judge?
Well, I'm doing fine, sir. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Very good. Mr. Fikens, I do not see Mr. Austin. Is he also on the afternoon docket?
No, he's on your 9:30 docket, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm just overlooking him then. Oh, I am overlooking him. My apologies. Miss Allen, you are free to leave.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. All right. I have from Mr. Austin, I have case number SP 121-63291. Mr. Austin, please state your full name.
Juwan John Austin.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I do want to point out there is another matter that was from many years ago, which needs to be paid. It's the same type of ticket. Mr. Austin does stand ready and willing to take advantage of the offer for his plea to not have a license and having that reduced to fail to display. But I wanted to point out, Judge, that he owes $342 on an earlier ticket. That ticket number, if the court wishes me to read it, is 162368781. He pled guilty on that back in 2019. He owes $342, according to the computer I looked at, Your Honor.
Mr. Austin has to get that paid. I will accept his plea on today, but I'm going to set it aside if he doesn't get his ticket paid, as well as the fines and costs I'm going to assess on today. I'll set it all aside and he'll be right back at square one. So
Understood.
you understand that, Mr. Austin?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Yes, sir.
I actually thought only reason that I didn't pay that because I thought the like with the amnesty program and everything, when I kept looking the ticket up, it wasn't popping up. So I thought that ticket was paid because I had went down to 36th district and they had gave me a clearance to get my license. So I had went up to the Secretary of State and they told me I can get my license and everything, but they looked it up. But I have another ticket in another state. So they just said I have to pay that ticket in the other state and then I can get my license.
Okay.
That's why.
So hold on one second, Mr. Fikens.
Yes, Judge. It appears that the ticket that he owes money on, he either resolved that or somehow a reinstatement fee didn't get put on that ticket. There are reinstatement fees on two other matters, which we talked about. But and he told me that he was able to get a clearance from the Secretary of State. So I gave him attorneys Reed's good advice to get your license, pay the money, and run out of the building as fast as you can. And
yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it does show he owes us $342.
And mine is a public computer, Judge. I might be wrong, but that's what my computer is showing me. So if the court,
Ms. Mack.
Judge, he does, the ticket that we're referring to, it is a balance on there for $342. On count 2 of that same ticket, there's a $45 reinstatement fee. And then the current ticket that's on the docket, whatever you assess.
All right, very good. So you have to get that $342 paid and plus this new ticket. And of course, before you can get your license, you're gonna have to pay those reinstatement fees, but I don't make people pay them unless they're wanting to drive. I'm not gonna hold that against you. All right, very good. Are you ready to take advantage of the people's offer this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Fikens, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what that offer was. I didn't write it down.
Judge, it would be, if you pled guilty, it would be reduced to fail to display.
All right, very good. Raise your hand for me. Mr. Austin, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
All right, very good. Please place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you understand that in this matter, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Correct.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea today, correct?
Correct.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Sir, on the date and time of the citation, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And when stopped by a police officer and asked to produce a valid license, you were not able to do so because your license was invalid, correct?
Correct.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied both as to his waiver and the factual basis.
I'm satisfied as well. I am accepting your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license. I'm assessing our cost in the amount of $200. The fine will be $50. And so, Mr. Austin, I'm going to give you time to get both of these matters paid. How much time do you need?
At least, can I get at least 3 weeks?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Can
I
I
didn't
get
hear you.
So I get paid every 2 weeks. I can at least pay one matter 1 week, and then like the next 2 weeks I can, get the other ones paid.
That sounds like a really good plan. So this is what I'm going to do. So I need you to stick to what you said. I'm not going to review this again until I'll put it on for June 22nd. So I'm giving you at least 2 pay periods, maybe even 3, to get this paid, both of these matters paid. So I'm going to adjourn them to pay. I'll put it on for June 22nd, 2022, and that will be at 10:30 a.m. If for some reason you don't get both of these matters paid, and so Ms. Matt, the matter that he owes $342 on, that should also be placed on my docket as an adjourn to pay. If for some reason you don't get both of these matters paid by that time, you need to come back to court on June 22nd at 10:30 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but get them paid, get them out the way, all right? You can go on with your life. They never go away.
Right.
All right?
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good day. Thank you for your patience.
Have you too, no problem.
All right. Mr. Ficus, do we have anybody else ready? I thought I saw Mr. Malafite for a second.
I'm here, Judge.
Okay, do you have someone that's ready?
I do, Judge. Frank Allen, I can bring him back out.
Okay, and what about Mr. or Miss Ethington?
Ethington is actually a judge. That's a officer you put in there.
Oh.
Yes, he is there on, that's okay. I just talked to him. He is here on, what happened to that gentleman? On Antonio Atkins, who technically is a 10:30 judge. So I suppose that he still has some time, but he does not appear to be here yet.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're
and
welcome.
So it would always help.
I'll get out Mr. Allen right now.
Yeah, I sent him.
You did. Thank you.
Sent him back, and I also sent, yes. All right,
Judge,
very
if I
good.
may?
I'm sorry, Miss Mack.
Yes, Judge, the officer Ethington, if he's here for Atkins, that defendant is for adjourn to pay, so he doesn't have to be here. The officer doesn't have to be here.
All right, Officer Ethington, you do not have to be here at court. This is only for an adjourn to pay, but you can place your name and badge number on the record.
Yes, ma'am. Police Officer Matthew Ethington, badge number 627.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good day. And
You as
be
well,
safe,
sir.
please.
You
All
as
right,
well.
thank you. All right, Mr. Malafite, we are ready on your client, Frank Allen.
Largely set for review, Judge. It's basically a payment.
Oh, okay, very good. I have the following for Frank Allen, Miss Mack. This is under 1030. So I have case numbers SP 107-8833, counts 1 and 2, SP 110-5047, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Allen, state your full name for me, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Frank Dion Allen.
All right, Mr. Malafite, what's going on with your client?
So, Your Honor, Mr. Allen and I had a brief discussion in regards to his payments and everything else he was supposed to put together. It appears one of the things that Your Honor wanted him to try and do was get his license or take his driver's exam so he could get that done. I'm happy to tell you that he did get that done. He took the road course, got through. Yes, which is excellent news. Very excited for that. Here's the
Excellent.
tricky part, Judge.
What's the tricky part?
The tricky part is that the road test cost a little bit more money than he thought, and so he couldn't make his first payment.
Okay.
So what he wants to do, Judge, is this. He wants to get that done for the court, but he does have one sort of large thing that is coming up here in June. He has just purchased a house through the land bank. Is that right, Mr. Allen? Or you're in the process of doing that?
Yes, yes.
And so he's trying to take care of some things, but he wants to get the payment done. We had a good discussion. I tried to explain to him, Judge, how the court is very, very generous when it comes to setting up a payment plan. But when you come up with terms, you need to meet those terms. And so we had a very firm date that we feel comfortable with, which would be on July 1st. Because that point he'll be done with the land bank, his obligations. He is on a fixed income, but he will feel very comfortable in getting that first payment done on that date.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Mack, what I will do for his adjourn to pay and his reviews, I am going to I'll schedule this out to July 6th. I'm going to keep it on a Wednesday. It will be on July 6th. 2022, and that will be at 10:30 a.m. Now let's go around, Mr. Allen. I need you to get it done, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
Yes.
very good. Thank you for coming back, though. I appreciate it. You're taking care of business, and I hope things go well with you with the house. And congratulations on passing your road test, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right. Take care, sir. You are free to leave.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Do we have any other parties ready for the morning docket?
We do not, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Then I'm ready to call the remainder of the morning. We do have an afternoon.
Yes.
There's a Corporal Beckham that just re-entered the courtroom. And
He's
so we have
awesome.
an afternoon, and I will come back earlier than 1:30, of course, so that we can get some things done. Officer Beckham, good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Judge, I think Corporal Beckham is here for the exact same case. That was the case that was adjourned.
All right, that is adjourned for payment, so you don't have to come back, but you can place your name and your badge number on the record, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Corporal Gerald Beckham, badge number 3798.
All right, all right, thank you so much, Corporal, for appearing. It's just an adjourn to pay, and so I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Thank you, Judge. You have a good morning.
Be safe,
All
Corporal.
right. Yes, please be safe.
Good to see you, Corporal.
Okay. Sir, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, sir. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, we are going to now go to, I have for 9:30 a.m. 9:30, I have James Anderson, SP 107-87721, scheduled today for an arraignment on the bench warrant for a narcotic and drug violation. A capias will issue, and that bond will be set at $50, cash or surety. I'm going down to the 10:30 docket. I now have for Dion Abram, case number SP 106-5802, count 2, Ms. Mack, Dion Abram pay.
Yes, Judge.
Very good. So I am closing count 2, and then count 3 would be dismissed. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
And also I am dismissing case number SP 106-58021. And I'm dismissing both without prejudice. For Antonio Akins, I have, I'll start with case number SP 107-47281. Ms. Mack, did Mr. Akins pay?
Yes, but the ticket that he paid is not on the docket because once he paid it, it closed it out. So I'll read that one into the record so you'll have it. It is SP 785-3981. He paid that, and all of the other ones that's on the docket will be dismissed.
All right, so I am dismissing without prejudice the following matters. SP 107-4728, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 108-17112, and case number SP 785-3982. Very good. let's keep going. I think I have a few more. No, that is, wait a minute. And Frank Allen had one more case that is being dismissed. Wait a minute, this one says adjourn to pay, SP 110-50473.
That's the one that, he needed more time on, Judge. That's the actual one that he needed to pay. And he asked for more time on. That's the gentleman you just gave more time on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing Atkins and I didn't cross out Allen. Yes, ma'am, I have it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right,
You're
very
welcome.
good. All right, that is going to end the morning docket. And so again, I do have a 1:30 docket. It looks like it's all arraignments. And I don't see any trials. Show
No,
causes are there. I don't see any trials, so we should be in good shape. If you all could get on, and then actually we had a person for the 145 that came early. And so if you all could get on a little bit earlier, so that if people do show up, you can get those offers. Mr. Ficus, if you have them, please make sure that Mr. Malafite gets them. So
I don't
that,
believe I'm on this afternoon, Your Honor.
all right, well, y'all not gonna have Mr. Ficus flying solo, right?
Listen, Judge, there's nothing I'd like more to come back, but that's not what I was assigned.
That's not what you were assigned, all right.
If we
Well,
can get-
Mr. Ficus,
I mean, I might be flying solo, but you're gonna have to give me some time. I'll put in a request, Mr. Malafite, maybe you can.
I'm a
back.
phone call away.
Very good.
all right, so let's see who all shows up, Mr. Ficus.
Yes, it could be just a few sometimes.
Right, this is not even your day to work with us, right? You called yourself being nice, and look at how they do you, Mr. Ficus. I'm sorry.
Tears to my eyes.
I see you. All right, very good. And so, Mr. Malafite, thank you for serving on this morning. Do be on call, stand by just in case something happens.
Yes, Your Honor.
But I will see you all again. Once you all get on early, Mr. Ficus, assess who's here. I'm gonna get on and call the docket, okay?
Very good, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Ms. Mack, is there anything
Yes,
else for
Judge.
me?
No, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I took
All
care
right.
of that order.
If I would have known I was going to have a break at 10:40, I would not have been on the phone with Mr. Wade at 7 a.m. this morning working on graduation stuff. I would have worked on those
Right.
things at 10:40 with Mr. Wade, but I didn't think I'd
Right.
have a built-in break this morning. And so we had to get it done. So we started at 7 o'clock this morning up until we got off the phone 5 minutes before I came on the record. So yes,
Judge,
get it ready for
I
graduation.
have someone in the courtroom that wants to say hi to you.
Ooh, let's see, I can't see them. Oh, my goodness.
Wade McCree, and it is indeed a pleasure
Wade
to be
McCree.
before you yet again. It's been a long time and a lot of hair dye later.
You
The
look
pandemic made me go
wonderful.
on natural. But,
So
How
good
have
to
you been,
see
John?
you. I am doing very well, doing very well. So good to see you.
Good. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I got a raise last month. My son graduated from college.
Yes, sir.
I wrote my last check to the University of Michigan, except for my football ticket. Go Blue!
All right. Listen, Judge McCree, I only have what I have to do 1, 2 for the summer, and I have to write one more check to the University of Michigan in August, and I'm done. And I'm gonna celebrate. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just gonna
you'll
go
find
throw some
out.
money
You'll
away.
find
I don't know. Yeah.
My wife's, the demolition for my wife's new kitchen begins right after Memorial Weekend. Yeah, that's right. My man cave will have to wait, but my wife has had this one in the planning unbeknownst to me. So there
you go.
But it's indeed a pleasure seeing, and of course, all of the changes. It's been a minute.
It
The only
has.
thing I've had since those days is the same suit, but other than
You
that.
know what?
Well, I know it's a bit Steve Harvey-esque with the 8 buttons, but
Oh my
that's,
goodness.
Goodbye, Wade McCree.
it's a pleasure. Thanks, Judge. Love
Good
you.
to see you. Bye-bye.
Great seeing you.
Oh, that was good. We needed that. All right, very good. I will see you in the afternoon. Miss Mack, I'm available if you need me. Director Bomer has what she needs for Miss
Yes,
Moses. We should be
Yes,
good,
I
but
took
I'm
care of it.
available if anything else is needed, okay?
yes, Judge. Thank you.
Wonderful.
All right, thank you, everyone.
All right.